About a month ago, I talked about these days between Easter and Pentecost as being an in-between time, a time when Jesus is no longer with the disciples in any kind of way that they understand, a time when Jesus is dead and gone and no longer there with them, at least not in any way they're used to, a time when the power of the Spirit has not yet come to show the way forward, and the disciples are living betwixt and between. These times in which the disciples are living are uncertain times because the only thing you can be sure of in the in-between times is this: it's impossible to go back to what used to be, and what is coming and how to get there is not always clear. I suggested that 4th Street is in one of these in-between times. And over the past 165 years, I seriously doubt this is the first time that this congregation has found itself living between the times. And it's not just this congregation living between the times as the ground is shifting, with things changing and changing around us very rapidly everywhere we look. Our denomination, the Presbyterian Church USA, finds itself yet again in an in-between time. And in a very few days, you will have an amazing opportunity to watch the denomination as we try to find our way, understanding we cannot go back to the past, knowing we cannot just stay the way we are, and trying to find our new direction into the future, our future as a church that is not only reformed, but a dynamic church always reforming over and over again, reformed and always reforming, one of our tenets. And just for the record, it's not just we Presbyterians who are living in between the times. Every mainline denomination in North America is pretty much in the same place, trying to find the way forward with such rapid change all around us on so many fronts. Most everybody knows past ways won't hold any longer, and technique after technique is being tried at conference after conference, sometimes almost frantically in an attempt to chart the course ahead of us. In these times, our denomination is becoming increasingly aware that youth and young adults are showing up less and less frequently out inside our doors, while these young people become more and more disenchanted with organized religion. I suppose there has always been a generation gap between older generations and those coming of age and moving into young adulthood. But in this information age, where things are moving and changing so quickly, where we have easy access to what is happening around the world, the gap between the generations seems to be growing ever wider. And our denomination is responding by focusing more significantly on young people. More resources are being allocated to young adults. More opportunities are being provided, internships, volunteer opportunities, many different things. In many circles, more importance is being given to listening, seeking out and truly listening to what young people are saying about what they see in the world, what they see in the church, how they see these things, what actually matters to them, how best to communicate with them, where they want to contribute, what spirituality really means to them, and what they think the church really ought to be doing. If you pay attention during General Assembly, you will see a lot of older people around Detroit wearing their PCUSA badges. But if you look carefully, you will also see quite a few young people doing some very interesting things. And these young people have some interesting ideas and perspectives that it would be worth your while to take some time to listen to. Take a little time to engage them in conversation, not so much to talk, mostly just to listen to them. God has always come to folks of all ages, saying to come and follow. And sometimes there is a reluctance for any number of reasons. When young Jeremiah is first called to be a prophet, he tells God, "I don't know how to speak. I am too young." But God said, "Do not say I am too young. Go now wherever I tell you to go. Do whatever I tell you to do. Say whatever I tell you to say. Don't be afraid. I will protect you. I am putting my words in your mouth. We have the opportunity this morning to hear God's word to us from Charlie Sales and Henry Sales' perspectives. Presenting their sermons to us this morning is a part of their confirmation process, and I am eager to hear what they have to say to us. I hope you are as well.